I've tested all the best controllers out there, and now I've put together my top 5 PC controllers. Choosing the right controller is a pain in the ass, which is why I've tested them all for you, and I've put together my top 5 PC controllers. So these are controllers that are specifically for using on PC, and they're not compatible with Xbox or PlayStation consoles. But if you're a PC gamer, you've got the pick of the best of the best. Let's run through them right now. Coming in at number 5 is the Digi Vader 4 Pro. This is a great controller, especially if you're coming from playing with an Xbox controller such as an Elite Series 2 or even just a standard Xbox controller. This will feel very, very familiar in the hand, so you won't have to relearn where all the buttons are and things like that, and you should find it pretty comfortable. But it comes with tons of features to level up your gameplay experience. So we've got Hall effect sticks, instant triggers, 4 remappable buttons on the back, as well as 2 extra buttons on the front here. Overall, the controller feels great, performs great. It's got very low input latency, not the fastest, but definitely much more respectable than a lot of other crap out there. Mechanical D-pad feels awesome, buttons feel awesome. Very popular controller. The reason it falls in rank 5 on my list though is because there has been a lot of reports of the analog sticks failing because it has this tension adjustment, which you don't really find on any other controller, and these tend to have some problems after kind of a couple months of use. It's not every controller, so it's unlikely that you'll face the same issues, but it's still something to be aware of. Also, these Hall effect joysticks aren't quite the best thing for FPS. They're not quite as snappy, responsive and precise as obviously potentiometers and even some other Hall effect sticks that I've tested as well, but still a great option. Coming in at number 4 is one of my favorite controllers ever. It's the Scuf Envision Pro, still a very popular controller that a lot of PC gamers still do use today. We've got 4 extra remappable buttons on the back of this thing, a performance texture grip, 2 additional extra shoulder buttons as well that are remappable, so that makes a total of 6. Every button on here, including the D-pad, is a mechanical switch, and it does have instant triggers as well, just like the Vader 4 Pro. This is a great feeling controller, very comfortable no matter whether you're coming from Xbox or PS5. It's going to feel pretty good in the hand, and you're going to get used to it very quickly. And it offers the most amount of features out of all the controllers on this list, probably all the controllers that I've tested. So why is it ranking number 4? Number 1, price to performance is very poor value for money. It's a hefty price tag, and also a lot of people again are reporting hardware failures with this controller. For example, stick drift, because these are potentiometers, and also some software bugs as well, where the controller is randomly disconnecting, certain features aren't working, and things like that. But when this controller does work, and if you can get a little bit of a discount on it, it's still worth picking up. Coming in at number 3 is a new addition to the family, and that is from Easy SMX. This is their brand new flagship D10, and this honestly is a really, really good controller. Number 1, value for money. This thing, you can get it sometimes at less than $50 or around $50 if you use a discount code. I do have my own discount code for 15% off. I'll link that in the description if you do want to use that, because this is a really good controller, especially for the money. We've got 2 remappable buttons on the back. It does have next gen TMR sticks. These are snappy, precise. I was actually quite impressed with these. If you want to check out my full review, it's live on the channel right now. But mouse click D-pad, mouse click buttons, and instant triggers as well. So instant clicky triggers with the option to have a Hall effect trigger as well. Sounds too good to be true, but the reason it takes 3rd place on my list is simply because it just doesn't have any supporting software. You cannot adjust the response curve of the joysticks. You can't adjust any dead zones. There's no app or extra features. You literally just get what the controller comes with, so you're stuck with the tuning of the analog sticks, and they don't have a true diagonal mode or a raw mode either. Still offers some really good performance and features, and it's very responsive as well, very low latency, 1000 Hz, wireless as well. So a really good value for money option if your budget is a little bit tight, and you get some flagship next gen features for that price. The controller that fell into 2nd place though on my list was originally in 1st place, but it dropped down for a couple of reasons, and that is the Blitz 2 controller from Mojon, formerly known as Big 1. This controller offers the absolute best performance. Everything inside this controller is phenomenal and the best you can get on the market right now. TMR joysticks, these feel awesome. They've got interchangeable thumbstick cap. Every button on here, including the D-pad, is a mechanical mouse click like button. and 2 remappable buttons on the back. These are also some of the best buttons on the back of a controller I've ever used. They feel really good quality, have a really nice click to them, and are the most responsive. This is also the fastest controller that you can get with a 2000 Hz polling rate. It's also got some extra buttons on the top should you need them. Great battery life. What lets this controller down though is its kind of unique shape and feel. It quite clearly looks very different to pretty much every other controller you'll see on this channel, and although it's very comfortable, it's got this performance texture grip around it and it feels really good, everything's kind of in the right place and accessible, it still just doesn't feel ideal. Something like the Vader 4 Pro has much better ergonomic and just fits in the hand better. With this one, if you were wanting to play claw or anything like that, it would be a little bit trickier. And for anyone, whether you've come from PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo, this thing is at first going to feel very, very weird in the hand, and it's going to take you a few weeks to kind of get used to it. But it is worth it. Like I said, best performing controller on the list if you don't mind the very unique design and ergonomics of it. But it is very fairly priced as well. So that's again why it does take second place still. But coming in at number 1 on the list is, you probably know it already, it's the Gamester Cyclone 2. This thing just cannot be trumped at all. Not yet anyway. We've got a couple more controllers coming up on the channel that potentially could take its place, but clicky instant triggers, 1000 Hz polling rate, wireless. In terms of design and comfort, this feels very much like an Xbox controller, so you'll feel right at home. Again, just like the Vader 4 Pro. This thing has clicky buttons and some of the best TMR joysticks on the market right now. These things are snappy, precise, accurate. You won't get stick drift, and they're durable as well. I've been using this controller as my daily driver for probably more than 6 months now, and it still works like new. Never had a single issue with it. Also, the amount of features that this controller offers is really impressive. It does have a companion application for PCs, and once you go in there, you can explore a world of possibilities. There is so much to customize, from the response curves to the dead zones, and you can really fine-tune exactly how the triggers and joysticks work, as well as setting up macros. It's also got a gyroscope. You can remap keyboard functions to this thing. It's wild. The possibilities really are endless. And just to ice the cake, this thing, you can pick it up for around $50 or less. If you get it from AliExpress, I think you can pick them up for around $40, which is insane value for money. To say that this thing is literally my go-to controller, I would pick this over everything that I've tried already. So definitely well worthy of its spot at number 1. I do have full reviews of these controllers. If there's any in particular you would like to know more about, then let me know in the comments. And if you don't want to miss a future upload, learning tips and tricks and customization of all the controllers featured on the channel, as well as new upcoming controllers just hitting the market. We're only talking about the best of the best here, nothing subpar. So make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload. But that's it from me today. We'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.